My foster mother looked at me on my birthday and said, "Kids like you don't get birthdays." She said it like it was policy, like it was written somewhere official. We were standing in her kitchen, the kind with floral wallpaper and Bible verses taped to the fridge. Live, laugh, love above the sink, a cross above the doorway. The house always looked warm from the outside. Inside, everything echoed. I had just turned 13. "I'm not asking for a party," I said quietly. "Just one cupcake." Carol didn't even turn around. She was stirring her coffee, metal spoon clinking against the mug, slow and deliberate. "Birthdays create entitlement," she replied. "And entitlement is dangerous for foster kids." Foster kids. She finally faced me. Her smile was tight, practiced, the same one she used with social workers. "You already take more than you give. Food, space, attention. Celebrations are for children who've earned them." My stomach sank. I held the plastic container my caseworker had dropped off earlier that week. 6 cupcakes. Vanilla with blue frosting. Clearance rack, probably. I hadn't touched them. I'd been waiting, saving them, pretending it mattered. Carol pointed toward the refrigerator. "Put those back. They're not yours. They were dropped off for me," I said. Her eyes hardened. "Not in this house." I hesitated. "What happens if I eat one?" She stepped closer, lowering her voice. "Then I call your worker and tell her you're acting out again. That you're food hoarding, manipulating. You don't want another placement move, do you?" That was the obstacle. Obey or risk losing the only roof I had. So I put the cupcakes in the fridge and closed the door. Carol ran her house like a system. Charts on the wall, rules taped to cabinets in laminated sheets. No snacks without permission, no locking bedroom doors, no phone calls longer than 5 minutes, no birthdays, no holidays, no special treatment. Everything had consequences. Everything could be reported. Her biological son didn't live there anymore, but he was everywhere. Framed photos of birthday cakes, graduation banners, sports trophies dusted weekly, smiling milestones frozen in time. Once while cleaning, I asked who the boy in the pictures was. "My son," she said warmly. "My miracle." Then she handed me a rag and told me to scrub harder. That night, dinner was plain rice and steamed vegetables. No sauce, no seconds. The cupcakes sat untouched behind the milk. Every time I opened the fridge for water, I saw them, blue frosting pressed against plastic, waiting. The next morning at school, my homeroom teacher smiled when she checked attendance. "Happy birthday." I froze. A few kids clapped. Someone asked how old I was. Someone else asked what I got. I shrugged and stared at my desk, counting the scratches. At lunch, a cafeteria worker slipped an extra cookie onto my tray and whispered, "Don't tell anyone." I hid it in my pocket and ate it later in the bathroom stall, crumbs falling onto my shoes. I flushed the toilet twice so no one would hear me chew. That afternoon, my caseworker, Miss Ramirez, showed up unannounced for a home visit. Carol's voice changed instantly, soft, cheerful. "We were just talking about how grateful we are for structure." Ms. Ramirez glanced around. "How did his birthday go?" Carol answered before I could. "We don't celebrate birthdays here. It helps manage expectations." Ms. Ramirez turned to me. "Is that true?" Carol looked at me, not threatening, expectant. I nodded. Ms. Ramirez didn't argue. She just wrote something down. Then she opened the fridge. Her hand paused. "Cupcakes? For church," Carol said quickly, too quickly. Mrs. Ramirez closed the fridge without a word. As she headed upstairs to check the rooms, another foster kid brushed past her and slipped something into her hand. A folded note. Carol didn't notice, but I did. Ms. Ramirez asked to speak privately. The living room door didn't close all the way. I sat on the stairs, heart pounding, listening Ms. Ramirez say, "Food restriction, emotional punishment, withholding age-appropriate care." Then Carol snapped, "These kids lie. They're damaged." Ms. Ramirez's voice stayed calm. "Let's talk about birthdays." The door opened. Ms. Ramirez knelt in front of me. "Pack a bag. Essentials only." Carol's face drained of color. "What is going on?" I asked. "You're being removed from foster placement duty effective immediately," Ms. Ramirez said. "Pending investigation." "For discipline?" Carol laughed sharply. "That's abuse now?" Ms. Ramirez held up a folder. 3 written statements. A recorded phone call. Your posted house rules labeling birthdays as earned privileges. Carol looked at me, not angry, terrified. "This is your fault," she whispered. Ms. Ramirez stepped between us. "No, this is accountability." Within an hour, all foster kids were gone. Carol lost her foster license permanently. That night, in a new placement, someone lit candles and sang my name. Carol never fostered again.